Analog summing, EQ, compression, and transformers all in one new plugin. Next on Music Surgery with me, Dr. Bob. Hey you guys, quickly before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. And don't forget to check out the Doctor's Lounge, my store, and the links to some great samples below in the description. So it's not often that a new plugin comes out and actually surprises me with brand new options and brand new sonic characteristics. Well, this one does. Although I don't review plugins much on here, Mark Daniel Nelson and Pulsar Modular have done something really unique that's my new Master Bus Go-To plugin for color and depth. Watch this. All right, you guys, we've got the P455 Sidecar modeled after an API sidecar. Let me play a track without it, and then we'll get right into it. Here we go.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like this.
All right, so the first thing we have here is 2-channel and 8-channel summing. So let me turn it on to 2-channel and listen.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and...
Now 8-channel summing.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine.
Super interesting, different depth, different width. Now let me toggle back and forth between off and 2-channel and 8-channel. Here's off first.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like this. But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like this.
Amazing change in width and depth between all three of them, but this 8-channel is really a color that I don't have, that I've never seen in a plugin. Here's 2-channel again.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight.
It's almost like it pushed the vocal forward and then spread everything else out. Amazing.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly.
Now let me mess with the bias here. This can really kind of make it much more open.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like this. Everything's better with the girl. But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight.
I mean, that's a drastic change. That's a color I don't have. It's not EQ, it's not compression, it's those other things that we hear in mixes that really make us wonder, how do they get that depth? How do they get that width? How do they get that color? How do they get that dimension? What's going on there? So I can drive this harder, and if I hit shift at the same time, it will automatically turn the output down.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like this. Everything's better with the girl in it. If you got a good one, you get it. She's seen your head spinning right from the beginning. Everything's...
As you can hear, when I go through too far with that, it collapses. I'm just hitting it too hard. But this is a really nice balance here.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and fire.
Okay, here we have an API style EQ. I'm not going to get in super in depth into this because it's EQ, but it does sound amazing. Let me just hit you with some top end.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight like. But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes.
Mean beautiful. It's great EQ. Like I said, it's an API style EQ and it sounds really great, but I want to get into more of the things that this thing does that you don't have at home. Not that I wouldn't use this EQ, I definitely would. But now we have a compressor, 2 different ratios.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes.
Do that.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside.
You can see it starts to, when the gain reduction light blinks, that means we're starting to get some gain reduction.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight slide bass.
And we have another ratio here, which I don't know what they are, and I really don't care. I'm really just looking to see if this makes a difference, a better difference or not.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight slide bass. Everything's better with a girl in it. If you got a good one, you get it. She'll send your head spinning right from the beginning. Everything's better with the girl in it. The very first kiss, boy, you won't forget it.
Really adding a lot of color. I'm going to turn the compressor off because I want to just mainly focus on what's going on up here with this this ooey gooey saturation and this summing, which is just fantastic. Next we have here, we have two different versions of conversion. This one is more aggressive, this one is not as aggressive. So let me switch back and forth between those.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight slide bass. Everything's better with a girl in it. If you got a good one, you get it. She'll send your head spinning right from the beginning. Everything's better with the girl in it. The very first kiss, boy, you won't forget it. You won't want to miss even just 1 minute. Just still your heart, rock your world.
That sounds great. A different color. Again, I'm looking for color. I'm not looking for spank or necessarily brightness or low end. It's just that kind of ooey gooey saturation that's doing something that you can't quite put your finger on. Now, the last one I want to show is the line amp. This is the line amp, which I think he said on his Sidecar has a bunch of transformers and tubes and tons of that. So let's turn that on and off.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight slide bass. Everything's better with a girl in it. If you got a good one, you get it. She'll send your head spinning right from the beginning. Everything's better with the girl in it. The very first kiss, boy, you won't forget it. You won't want to miss even just 1 minute. Just still your heart, rock your.
It sounds like someone drizzled chocolate on my mix. That's amazing. I don't know what tubes these are, but it's all inside of his Sidecar, and it sounds absolutely amazing. The thing about plugins like this, when you have plugins that are designed by actual music creators, mixers, producers, a lot of these I really pay attention to because these guys have their name on it. Chris Lord-Alge, David Bendeth, Dan Corneff. Now this one, people have approached me about making plugins, and I'm just not ready yet. I'm not ready to commit to something. I haven't had the right idea yet. So I know a little bit of what these guys go through because they're not just trying to hype something to sell a product. They're really trying to make something great that they use in their workflow that we could use in ours. And that's why I respect people who put their names on plugins because, I mean, yeah, there are some shyster kind of salesmen out there that have sold me some stuff before that I end up never using. But I will say, when it's people that you really respect and they put their names on it, there's a reason. So let me do before and after. Here's a before.
But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes. But light, moonlight kisses, lakeside and firefly wishes, red wine and midnight slide bass. Everything's better with a girl in it. If you got a good one, you get it. She'll send your head spinning right from the beginning. Everything's better with the girl in it. The very first kiss, boy.
I mean, these are just colors that you can't put your finger on. When you hear mixes and you go, I don't know what's doing that. I think this is just all of these kinds of things: summing, conversion, transformers, tubes, this bias. There's so many things, and I haven't even, like I said, I haven't even used the EQ on this or the compressor.
But light, moonlight kisses, a lakeside and firefly wishes.
I mean, that sounds beautiful. Anyway, this is one that's on my master bus now just because of the palette of so many colors. Well, there you go. A color palette that I've definitely been looking for in the digital world to replace my SSL summing. Try it on your master bus or any bus for next level results. Thanks as always for watching. Give me some comment love and a thumbs up below, and hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com if you want to say hello or you want me to work on your music. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you the next time the doctor's in.